Welcome to Ophiuchus Tarot. We are back again with another channel message for the collective. But before we jump right in and get started, I just want to take a moment and say hi and welcome to new subscribers. I am so happy to have you on board with us. Thank you for becoming part of the Ophiuchus tribe. As always, it is an absolute honor and blessing to read for each and every single one of you. That being said, but before we jump in, one more thing. I have decided that I'm going to do a giveaway, the channel's first giveaway at 500 subscribers. So there'll be more on that later, but we are getting closer. So if you like it here and you find that these messages resonate with you, you might consider subscribing. I think we're going to get into a lot more fun as we grow just that much larger, right? So thank you for that. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. And now we can jump in. So we have the Page of Swords here, and I feel like this particular Page of Swords is someone who has a really big crush on you. I feel like you don't know of this person yet. Now, this could be someone close to you. This could be a friend, someone you already know of. This could be a minor acquaintance. This could be somebody that's kind of watching from afar. I do see the Romeo card from another deck in my mind, so it makes me think that this person kind of holds back or maybe doesn't interact with you at all. They could be shy. They could just be shy when it comes to love, not particularly shy as a person. Or shy about the feelings that are kind of accumulating. I feel like your energy just lights this person up. Now, this person might have that go-go energy, and I feel like they give to a lot of things. I feel like this person is probably really confident in a lot of areas of their life when it comes to business. I feel like this person does really well for themselves. Their forward movement, I feel like really easy. Their passion and their arrows of love, that comes to them easily. Now, sharing them, that might be the hard part for this person. It's like, I feel like this person is struck by you. Yeah, I hear fight, flight, or freeze, and this Chariot appears to be in non-movement, and I feel like it's because this person like hit the brake so hard. I see someone pulling an e-brake and the Chariot just kind of stopping. I feel like this person noticed you really quickly and was like, oh wow, that person's really interesting. I really like that person. I could have more with that person. Maybe we could be really abundant together. There might be a future with this one. You have some really specific qualities that this person is so into. You've just got it, whatever it is. Look at that. They want to celebrate with you. I feel like they're going places and they recognize you as going places too. It's like they feel like they're a big deal. They see you as being a big deal. There's something more. Now, we do have this Five of Pentacles here. So it's coming out of the cold. Now, I don't know if someone is coming out of the cold to give love another chance. Could be. This could be a past person that maybe there was a separation there. And I don't feel like there has to be any heavy past to this, although there could be. So kind of get in how you fit in. These are always, of course, general readings. So take what resonates, toss the rest. If it's not for you and it's on the board here, just leave it. It's for somebody else, okay? Don't pick it up if it's not for you. You can always head back in time. All of my readings are timeless. You can jump back in time and find something that's true for you in this now moment, okay? All right. So I do feel like this person, yeah, they see that they could have happiness. Yeah, look, they very clearly see that with the moon in reverse and the sun here. I feel like there's also, I'm hearing synergy and balance as well. Yeah, we have temperance here. I feel like there's, yes, spirit on deck. There's balance here. I love this. There's balance here and balance off balance here. I feel like there's something about you. You create peace and you feel, this person feels like they belong in your energy, right? So there's that peace there. but you also kind of make this person feel wonky. And I feel like it's like the butterflies in this person's stomach, whether masculine or feminine, they go crazy when you're around. But it's also a good feeling. It's like they feel like they're supposed to be there. So I feel like this person's maybe a little scared or a little nervous as to how to kind of approach this situation, because it is a big deal. You are a big deal to this person. Let's see. We do have the 10 of Wands in reverse. So burdens being set down or not carried into the future as they're off in search of what emotionally fulfills. And that's why they're coming in your direction. There's something about you, collective. And yeah, I'm not surprised to see this card here. Yeah, they could have the world with you. There's something about you. You're abundant all on your own. You're creating something. You're talented. You're beautiful. You stand out. I see this and I hear the spotlight is on. So, and I'm seeing the peacock, which means all eyes on you. I feel like whatever it is that you do that you're really talented at or that you're really good at, you stand out for that reason, and you have caught this person's attention so much so that they they stopped their chariot in mid-forward movement. It's like that chariot was off. It's like 0 to 90, and they hit that brake so hard because they saw you. It's like there was something about you that was just like, I don't know if it was like I don't want to say love at first sight, but I kind of feel like there was wow at first sight. So we'll say it that way. This person was just enamored with you at first sight. Do I feel like things are kind of going in that direction, or they could grow into a depth of love? Absolutely. I feel like this person is enamored with you now. Not quite infatuation, but maybe somewhat. I don't know. There's a bit of obsessive energy here, but I don't want to say it's in a bad way. It's like I recognize what's for me and I'm passionate about acquiring that for myself. So they're scoping out the scene. They're trying to find out if you're with someone, if there's an opportunity for them to kind of squeeze in there. Yeah, they know they have all the tools necessary to make it happen. Yeah, lovers from the grave. Like I said, this could be someone who knew of you from the past, someone who maybe dated you in the past. That's going to be a more rare one, but somebody that was, I want to say acquainted or well acquainted, either way, but they know they can make it happen. They've got all the tools necessary. It's like, I hear their wow, your wow. It's like, that's how they're trying to justify it. It's like, we mesh, and they just have to show you that they're on your level, that they're the same, they're cut from the same cloth. There we go. We get there in the end. They can get the top spot. They know that. They have no problem. And this person wouldn't mind competing either. It's like, I feel like they kind of enjoy it because they know they've got it. Whatever it is that you're looking for, they know that they have it within them to be your person. Yeah, they're going to win that top spot. They're going to get the union of souls that they want with you. That stability, that celebration. Yeah, this could have been a tower in the past. There could have been a breaking apart or a leaving behind. I just kind of feel like there was something in the past here. I don't know if it was confusion or something that was misunderstood, but there was something in the past. It's going to be a little different for everybody. I feel like maybe they didn't fight for it in the past. They didn't compete for it, or they didn't put the energy and effort into it in the past. Maybe it was like they saw you, but they didn't see you. I feel like maybe it wasn't time. It was like you see your person, but you don't realize it's your person. This might be one of those situations where the two of you sit down and you're like, you know how many times I've seen you out and about, or we kind of were in the same place at the same time? This might have a lot of synchronicities as the two of you kind of sit down and really get to know each other. You might find that there's a lot of that in saying, oh yeah, I was there too. Wow. Like, I'm just seeing some really weird, like kind of out of this world connection type things. It's like I'm seeing a photograph. Now, there was this story that I had heard of in the past where this woman had married this man, and later on in life, one of the parents was showing photos to the other, like photos of their son or daughter to the partner. And the partner was actually in the background. They were at the same beach, and you could see the little girl sitting there and the little boy sitting right there. So they were in, like, and they were maybe about 6 years old. So it's like there's some wild synchronicities in this. And I feel like if this is for you, you might find that out later on. It'll actually be really funny, or really, you know, it'll give you that we were absolutely meant to be type of energy, right? Yeah, a lot of passion here. Big, beautiful opportunity. This is a really important soulmate, one that could go the long haul. Of course, for something to go the long haul, it takes two very willing souls putting in that effort, putting in that energy. But is there the opportunity for a future and longevity here? Absolutely. All right. That is what I have for the first story. Really cool energy here. I really like this. All right. Let's see. Where are we heading? We do have a new deck here. We're going to jump in here and see what this is all about. All right, Spirit. What do we have? You are magical. You are a magical being with the whole universe waiting to assist you. I heard automatically, it's like manifestation. So I feel like your powers of manifestation could be up right now. I don't feel like this is going to be one singular story. I do kind of feel like this is going to be bits and pieces. So some things might resonate, some things aren't going to be for you. Only take what resonates and toss the rest. Like I said, these are general. So I do feel like there's going to be kind of bits and bobs here. You are currently under construction. Please be patient. All right, for some of you, I feel like you could be in the process of ascension. You could be opening up to different spiritual things. You could almost kind of feel like you're in a place of non-movement. A lot of times with ascension and when different energies are kind of assimilating within our systems, you kind of get a non-movement on the outside. It's like we do what we're just meant to do, but there's not too much extra going on at the time. I feel like Spirit tries to do that so that way you can have the necessary amount of time to focus on this awakening or this new energy that's kind of, I just want to say, integrating within the system. So be patient with yourself if you're tired or you're groggy. There could be a lot of different energies. I know there were some really big energies that just came through not so long ago, and they're still kind of flowing in for the collective. So you might be receiving those energies now, okay? And it might be something that actually helps you really manifest something big and beautiful into your life. It could be the next step of the plan kind of coming in for you, or something that's going to aid you along the next leg of the journey through this life here. It says, don't take action when there is a feeling of resistance. Okay. I feel like our stubborn energy can be really helpful in some ways. And in others, it can really be something that thwarts us, right? Stops us from moving forward altogether. I feel like there might be part of you that really wants something or someone, and it's like, I want it and I want it now is kind of the energy. And you might be someone that type of stubborn energy has gotten you far up until this point. Now, I don't want to say if it's a person that it's not meant for you, because I don't feel that way. I do feel like I hear, but however, I do kind of feel like maybe it's not for you in this now moment. Now, your ascension and your growth doesn't always just, it's like sometimes you have to wait on others too. Like your growth, yes, focus on that. Someone else's growth, they get there when they get there. So it's like you might be waiting and ready and like looking at your watch like, come on, hurry up, get here. Now it's time. And I feel like it might be for you, like you might step into readiness before a future partner does. So I do want to say, keep yourself busy. Yes, you can be stubborn in some ways, but I feel like if you know who this person is, allow them the time that they need to feel comfortable with this whole situation, because I do feel like this is a spiritual thing. This is someone trying to, I hear, get their sea legs, because I see somebody with wobbly knees. It's like, this is different. This is odd. This isn't, like, maybe you've had more time on the spiritual path than this person that you're coming into contact with, this new soulmate coming in. So I do feel like I want to say, try to be patient. You've had just a little bit more time to become comfortable with the way spiritual relationships work, or you might just have a depth of understanding that you're meant to share with this person. It's like you've learned it so you can share it. You know, we are all students, the forever student on this path through life, but we're also the teacher, right? So we learn what we learn, and then we share it out. And that's how all of this, you know, that's how we help the world progress, right? So I do kind of feel like that here as well. So just try to be as patient as you can. I know it's hard sometimes when you want what you want, but I feel like Spirit is just saying it might not be for you in this now moment. So if the door is closed, wait until it opens. You know, you can give a knock, but you're not going to barge into somebody's house, right? So you got to wait until they open the door to present your opportunity, right? It says, you are an original, so let yourself follow your own heart. This is about who you are and what you can accomplish. I feel like totally separate type of energy here. You have what it takes to make your wishes, hopes, and dreams come true. And I am kind of getting a tether from yesterday's reading. There could be something in there for you if this part resonates to you. It's like, I feel like I'm talking to someone who has a level of shine that has been kind of blanketing that and covering it up so nobody can see. It's like there's something, an adverse reaction. It's like not wanting people to see it. It's like, I'm not egoic, or I'm not flashy, but it's like you have flash to you. There's nothing you can do to, like, you can kind of keep throwing blankets over it, but Spirit's going to keep giving you the opportunity to shine. Why? Because you're meant to shine. You're not supposed to fit in. And a lot of the light workers out there have to realize that, you know, the spotlight kind of comes with this. It's in this territory here. We're not always looking for it, but it shows up. It's just kind of destiny. You're meant to help others by shining. You're meant to show them that it's possible, that you can be humble and do it too. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's really humble. It's like, I don't need that. I don't need fame. It's like, I'd rather just have the fortune. I don't need the fame, right? But I feel like it's kind of going to come with the territory for you. It's like, I regret to inform you. And it's like anybody else out there would be like, fame and fortune. Wow, that sounds awesome. And you're kind of like, oh, the fortune sounds good. Can I just sign up for that and not the fame portion of it? I might be talking to someone who's a little more on the shy side, but I feel like Spirit is going to be encouraging you, or has been encouraging you, to kind of let the cloak fall to the side. The one that's been covering up all of that shiny energy, all of that big, bold energy that you have within you. And I don't know how it's going to come out. It's going to come out through a talent. And I feel like it's something to do with your path and your purpose. So inevitably, it's going to show up. I feel like you're trying extra hard just to cover dirt over it. It's like you're just trying to hold off as long as you can. I feel like you're really going to feel a sense of freedom when you allow yourself to be exactly who you are in front of everybody. There's going to be almost like a sigh of relief. It's like, I don't know why I was holding off for so long. I feel like you were meant to, maybe for a while. But now's the time to shine. So I want to say, get out there, get in the spotlight. I'm seeing all the spotlights kind of turn on. You hear that big clicking sound where the spotlights turn on and you're standing in, you know, center stage. That's kind of how it's going to be. There's going to be an adjustment period, but you're going to be just fine. In fact, you're not just going to be fine. You're not just going to shine. You're going to thrive. And I mean that. There's going to be rapid movement forward for you. If this is for you, I feel that energy again here today. You could rise to some level of stardom. I I don't know. I hear the hidden voice. I don't know if you have a voice that is just phenomenal and you sing to yourself in the shower or something. I don't know, but it's going to be recognized. Hold on. We've had 2 fall to the ground here. Okay, there are many doors that lead to the place you truly belong. So there are many ways to get there. Okay, many ways to get there. And let's do this one too. It says, be the brave and authentic soul you were always destined to be. Okay, look, you've got a lot of different ways this could show up in your life. As long as you stand tall in your authenticity, that is literally the key to everything. Spirit, if I could say what Spirit's key to ascension and having your wishes, hopes, and dreams come true, literally the biggest key to that is you being exactly who you are, without apology, you know, all your weirdness, because we're all freaking weird in a different way, right? That is what makes you special. Your particular energy in its fullness, without being dulled, without omitting pieces of self to make others comfortable, or without trying to kind of rock the boat here. I feel like that's the key to everything. If you can stand in your authenticity, no matter who's looking or who's around, you're going to go places. There's literally no doubt in my mind, because when you show up the way you're supposed to, Spirit can offer you all the things that you're supposed to have. It's like you're kind of shielding yourself from having the abundance that's kind of waiting up there. Every single one of us has a huge slice of spiritual pie up there. And as we step into ourselves, more and more of these pieces of the pie start flowing to us. We start magnetizing them towards us. It's like, oh, we're in alignment with those things that matter, those blessings that are going to take us further. That's what you're doing. So, biggest advice from Spirit, get authentic. Be exactly who you are. And now, sometimes it's not all at once. You know, we can unfold naturally as we do that, but start allowing those bits and pieces of you that are trying to break loose to actually come out. You'll be so surprised with how far that takes you. You'll be miles and miles from where you've been. So sometimes the best things are created from chaos. All right, different story. We're going to go one more with this story. So you could be coming from, okay, I do hear ground zero. So you could be at a place, I feel like I'm talking to someone who maybe had a breakdown in a relationship, or it could be all areas of life. It could have been in a job. It could have been with family. There was some type of I'm sitting in the rubble and you know, of everything that fell down. I have to do the healing work. I have to stand up on my own 2 feet type of energy right here. And I feel like it says, when you rise to the challenge, it rises to meet you. Yes. I don't know if you're standing up and getting brave about stepping forward and moving on from something of the past that left you feeling lost. I want to say lost and confused, dazed, because it's like all of a sudden you were there and then you weren't. So it's like everything just crumbled and fell apart. I feel like this is Spirit saying, dust yourself off. It's time to stand up, you know, fix that collar, dust your pants off. I'm seeing somebody who's literally dusting the rubble off of themselves. It's that this is where we're starting from energy. That was really strange. Huh. Okay. Off-screen, interesting sounds. Sorry, that threw me off. Okay. Oh, okay. Distractions. There could be a lot of distractions, or a lot of people telling you what you should be doing versus you being able to figure out what you need to do. I feel like from this point, you need to start getting excited. I know that sounds crazy, but you're literally at the paintbrush stage. There is a big black canvas, blank canvas in front of you, or maybe it's black, it's dark, you can't see what's going on there. But I feel like this is your time to create. You have the ability to paint anything on that picture of your future. What do you want to create? You're starting over from scratch. So there's nothing pre-existing. You can have anything. Dream big, think big. Don't keep yourself small. Don't hold pieces of yourself back. And I kind of want to say this rests on the back of the other energy too. It's like, start getting authentic. Find those people that feel right to you. Allow the ones that don't resonate with you, or whatever doesn't resonate with you, places, people, whatever it is. You are the creator in your life. You are the one that holds the pen in your hand and says what goes on in your life. You're the boss. Hire, fire, and promote accordingly. Okay, boss, what do you want to see in your life? That's where you're standing. Stand tall. Start creating. You have the opportunity to really go further than you've ever been. Sometimes Spirit throws us that curveball because we're building on a rocky foundation. We're building with someone, or, in a situation that is just not providing ample amount of growth and opportunity for us to become exactly who we're meant to be. So Spirit knocks it down because there's something better. So sometimes we have to, suffer through those low moments so we can really experience the heights of those high moments, right? And that's kind of what's going on here. And big hugs to you if you're going through this, because I'm not dismissing the fact that it is super difficult to start over from scratch. When I say trust me, I know, trust me, I know. And you'll be so proud of yourself when you get to a certain point. And like I said, you'll be miles from where you've been. And I feel like that's exactly what's going on here. It says, as you connect to Spirit, you draw closer to your highest self. Yeah, you had the power all along. Now you need to just believe it. Be patient, trust the wait. Everything is coming together. Yeah, so everything is going to come together as it should. You are more powerful always than you see yourself to be. This cosmic, look at this cosmic guy here, or masculine energy. Super strong, super powerful, super big. That light is just shining. I feel like that's that soul glow there. Guiding compass. Follow that inner guidance. Follow that inner compass. Connect to your highest self and Spirit. If that's your thing, I feel like it could take you far. Yeah, it's going to put you in alignment for everything that you want. Work on that connection with Spirit. I feel like everyone out there can have a really beautiful connection to something greater than themselves, and utilize that as a powerful source of protection and, I want to say, guidance and illumination, right? Work on that connection. You can have that very intimate connection with Spirit, or your higher self, There's parts of you up there in Spirit that know just about everything. You can tune into that. All right, what do I want to do here? I want to go here. All right, we have addiction, unhealthy attachment. We have storm. Do I want it? No, I don't want it in reverse. Okay, we're going to do all of these in the upright. Let's see, one more before I speak on it. Ghosted, disappearing, unhealthy attachment. Okay, I'm either talking to you or someone that you were dealing with. Now, I don't feel like this addiction is, it could be for some, there could be other addictions on top of the addiction that I want to speak about. I feel like this addiction is to a person. This is more like obsession. I feel like you provided light for someone, and they were addicted to the way that felt when they were nurtured under your light. I don't feel like this person was able to make it for themselves. Okay, I feel like you had to cut that cord because it was a very draining situation. This person may say you ghosted or disappeared. I don't know if that's the case. I think you walked away. Yes. But I feel like this is the story this person tells themselves because it adds fuel to their fire. I feel like they've kind of been buoyed by that anger. It's because anger is sad's bodyguard, right? That's where it stems from. You know, anger only comes out there so it can cover up over sad, because sad leads to feeling insecure or embarrassed, right? There's a lot of, you know, there's layers of that, but I do feel like this is from an unhealed person or someone who has not yet dug in to do the work for themselves. They may be kind of targeting you in a sense, trying to point a finger at you and saying you're some type of person because you've pulled your energy back. There's a fear here. This person is afraid to kind of dig in and do the work for themselves. They're afraid of what they'll uncover, or they're afraid of the feelings that they have to dredge up to kind of get through this or to make any headway when it comes to the healing process, right? This person's afraid to jump in and feel some of those things twice. You know, some things can be really, really heavy, and it takes an insane amount of bravery to jump in and heal certain things. So I understand there's nothing, you know, no hate or, you know, funny feelings towards this person. I get it, right? Sometimes it's really hard. And sometimes you just look for that little bit of light because in that moment, you don't have it in you to create it for yourself, right? And I just feel like that's how this person is. I do feel sad that you're being kind of pulled down or pulled back because of the situation. I feel like you're being maybe mistreated by this person or their friends because of their own stuff that's going on here. It was a fated meeting, and I feel like you are a lesson to this person. I feel like you showed up genuinely in your authenticity. You were able to love this person. It was genuine, real, raw, authentic love, attention, effort. You were giving that to this person. And I feel like at first they were so surprised because they didn't feel worthy of it. One, you know, when you're sitting in a place like this, you don't feel worthy of really good things. And so I feel like this person self-sabotaged. They didn't feel worthy of it, so they thought, I'm going to lose it anyway. I might as well just take what I can from it and then walk away from it before it can hurt me. You know, this is someone who's been hurt and they felt like hurt was coming anyway in this situation. It's like, I'm never going to be able to keep that. Once this person sees who I actually am or what my insecurities are or what my deal breakers are. It's like this person feels like they were a walking deal breaker. It's like they couldn't see anything good within themselves, but that didn't mean you couldn't see something good within them. It's like you saw a suffering soul that you could pour your love into and your time and your attention, and you could help them heal. And I feel like you did, even though you feel like maybe you didn't. It's like this person ended up damaging you in the process. But I feel like you will heal and you'll move forward and you'll find what's meant for you. But you were meant to be a very big lesson for this person. Now, can this person come back years from now, healed and whole, and maybe want to jump into something with you? Yeah, I mean, that can happen, sure. And I feel like I've been hearing a lot about this has been happening for a lot of people. So, you know, in the far future. Or this could be a timeline thing. You could be this could be the past of your situation. So kind of get in how you fit in if this is your story here. I do feel like you're showing this person what healthy looks like, or you did. You showed them what's important and what's not. And even if this person didn't jump right into a healing phase after you left, it's eventually going to, it's going to stick with them. Your love, your light, it will stick with them. That's something to achieve. That's something to get back to. And they're going to realize that the only way they can get back to that in a really healthy way is to start providing that for themselves. So you do become a beautiful lesson in how to create happiness and abundance in life, and who you need to be to experience that. So you were the mold, right? The muse. And, you know, this may have happened already, or it will in the future. This person's going to look back, and they might come back and apologize later on. Like, I'm so sorry I treated you that way. You know, once you get past these hurts and these behaviors to the truth of it, they realize all of the wrongs, right? Yeah, anxiety, worry. I feel like, yeah, I feel like this person is now sitting in anxiety and worry. Sorry, my mouth is not working today. Bear with me. But I feel like they're sitting in this energy, and they are upset over what they've lost, even if they haven't told you that. That's probably why the bad behavior, excuse me, has gotten that much worse. I've got a frog in my throat, and I feel like this person might not want me to kind of out them. It's like they don't want you to see or put or highlight or spotlight on their behaviors, because it's embarrassing, and it's, you know, it's like I'm highlighting all their faults right here, right in front of everybody. And it's like, I don't even know if they care about everybody, but they care about what you think. Because you came in such a light, right? They care about what you think. So this person is growing. It's a slow process, right? And you might have genuinely loved and cared about this person and wanted the best for them. Someday they're going to see that. It might not be right now, but someday, right? Yeah, crossroads. I feel like you had to walk away, and maybe now they're starting to figure out where they need to go in life. You might be on to new love, or have a renewed sense of hope about the future and love for yourself. There might be somebody coming in, a very high-level soulmate or a divine counterpart that comes in towards you. And this person could be thinking about the opportunity that they missed out on. Now, this might ready them for an opportunity that they won't miss out on in the future, one that's meant for them, right? So, you know, it could be this person coming back around, readying themselves for someday. But I feel like you might be off dating others, and that might be another thing that kind of drives this person and maybe makes some changes as well. Yeah, healing and releasing is kind of what I'm getting here. Is there anything else? Now, for some of you, this could have been somebody that you were married to, or someone you had a child with. Not everybody, but for some, you might be a single parent, and maybe they have a lot more responsibility when the two of you are separated. This could have been a situation where two people loved each other, but, you know, you can only meet someone as deeply as you've met yourself. Does that make sense to you? It's like this person was unwilling to dive deep, and so their knowing of love was maybe a little more shallow at this point. You had time to kind of dive into your depths and know yourself that much more. And I don't know if there's an age gap here. There could be, doesn't have to be. Or just an emotional gap. You know, there could have been traumas in this person's past. You know, those things tend to slow us all down. There's different circumstances, right? But for whatever the reason, there was a disconnect here. And I feel like the two of you, the person that I'm talking about, the two of you could not connect on an emotional level, on an intimate level, because this person couldn't be honest or even talk about the things that were heavy within them. They just wanted to be soothed by your light. And I feel like they did benefit from that, right? And I feel like you did too, in a way. You got to pour your love into someone. It did help you to realize when you need to set healthy boundaries. I feel like that was something that givers always give, right? and they rarely think about how much someone is taking from them. And I feel like you were a giver and this person couldn't help themselves. They were a taker, right? So you had to come to a point where you realized that if you don't set a healthy boundary, it's like takers won't. They won't set a boundary. They'll just keep taking. And your giving nature, there has to be a limit. It's like you can't pour more than you have. And I feel like, so you're the one that needs to be very responsible for your giving here, right? So there's that situation where you have to learn a little bit about boundaries. And I feel like this person taught you that. You can shoot some prayers up for this person, hope that they make some healthy changes in their life, or send them some help, you know, angelic assistance or whatever, just so that they can heal, so they don't hurt somebody else, right? And call in some help for yourself too if you're still trying to heal from this situation. I don't know where you are on this. I feel like you're a healed person, but there are always bits and bobs that kind of resurface as we're stepping into new situations or new love situations. It's that opportunity to heal the things. So some things kind of get put on hold to heal until we are in that opportunity that helps us heal those things, right? Helps change our perspective on what those hurts actually are. So I do kind of get that here. Is there anything else, Spirit? Break up forever endings. Yeah, for some of you, or I feel like for the majority of you, this is how it feels. I don't know if this is the truth, but this is how it feels. So it's a for now or for quite a while, right? I feel like this is healthy for both of you, even if it hurts. You know, what's best for us doesn't always feel good in the moment. So Spirit is saying, you know, you have to I kind of want to say you have to take a gamble. What else is out there for you to explore, to experience? Do that healing work, healing and releasing. And I feel like, I want to say you'll get to a new hello. Yeah, you'll get to a new hello. Someone that can give you what you really need. And I feel like I'm talking to you, collective. I feel like I'm talking to you. Now it could be switched or flipped. Yeah, feel free to do that. It doesn't matter. You're not the bad person for being on this side. There's no, you know, finger pointing here. We don't do that. We hope that this person heals. So if this is you, do your healing work. Try to dive deep. Talk to a mental health professional if you need it. There's nothing wrong. Let's break that stigma right here. There's nothing wrong with stepping out and getting a new perspective or having someone help you to see with fresh eyes old situations of the past. Those heavier things, they help you let those go. So if that's what could be for you, maybe you should look into that. It might be something that might help you feel better moving forward. Okay, I am going to drop it here. Yeah, there's silence, no contact. And I feel like for now, that's what's, you know, it needs to be. Could it come back in the future? Maybe. But I feel like this could be others moving in different directions and finding happiness elsewhere. Okay, so that is what I have for that one. Where are we? I feel like, yeah, wow. I might have to just choose one of these two decks, or one of them might be a shorter message. I don't know. I've got two more that I feel like I want to jump in here. I don't know why. I was just kind of drawn to this deck today. Oh, am I holding it in reverse? I am. You are good enough. Okay. Coupled with, nothing will come of this situation. Work through your fears. Okay. All right, collective, I'm talking to you, you big, beautiful souls. There are times out there, or there will be times, I feel like everybody kind of goes through this at one point. You're really interested in someone. You really see the light in them. You see the opportunity, and they can't see it in you. And I feel like most of the time, you're really happy about who you are and what you have to offer. You feel like it's good, right? You've done a lot of work. But someone gives you this energy where they look at you and you're just not it, right? You might feel like they're it for you, but then they don't feel like, you know, you're it for them. And it hurts and it's confusing. And it may make you feel, it may dredge up this feeling of, I must not be good enough. I feel like Spirit wants you to know that this situation has been pulled up because there's something within you that still sometimes doesn't see your worth. So you need to adjust your view. It's nothing to do with the fact that you are not good enough. You are good enough. Perfectly how you are, perfectly imperfect. You're perfect, right? And you're perfect for somebody else out there, right? With all your flaws and all your gems, right? You're perfect. Nothing may come of this situation with this person. If anything, what you're getting from this is just the opportunity to reaffirm the fact that you're just right. You might not be right for this person, but it doesn't mean that you're less. So don't equate those things. Don't smash those things together because they don't go together. You know, and you need to kind of pull up by the roots that part of you that makes you feel that way, because those things, they don't go together. It's not like peanut butter and jelly. That's like peas and peanut butter. Ugh. Not a good match, right? It's not a good match. You don't put those things together. Work through your fears when it comes to those feelings of not being good enough. I feel like those need to be looked at just a little deeper, right? Why do you feel that way? Pull that up by the roots. It could be something from the past that is, you know, it was a situation that made you feel like that. When I say pull it up by the past, I feel like I have to dive in here. So this reading may be a little longer, but we're just going to go with it because I feel like this needs to be said. The way to go about pulling something up by the roots. You may always hear that and think, well, how the heck do I make that happen? Well, sit with yourself. That feeling. Figure out where it comes from. Kind of dive back into your memory. What are the situations that made me feel like I wasn't good enough? Like I wasn't good enough to be loved for who I am. Like I wasn't good enough to have the opportunity to show who I am. Go back to those moments. It might be a couple of them that maybe solidified that thought within you, that feeling that kind of allowed you to feel the way that you do in this now moment, right? So you go back to those and you start thinking, well, one of them was I was a child and someone made me feel like my point of view wasn't good enough and it made me feel like less. Or that they didn't want to be my friend or they didn't want to get to know me. And it must have been because I wasn't good enough. And it's like, then you kind of go back and you look at that child. What was that child going through? Who knows, right? It's like those situations, that child could have needed a nap, right? And just made you, took out their cranky on you and made you feel a certain way that you kind of carried like all throughout your life, right? It's like that feeling, you allowed that to become a truth in you. And I feel like you need to kind of pull those up. So it's like that child didn't know. They weren't emotionally intelligent at that point, and I wasn't either. So it's like that can't possibly be it, right? And it's like that's how you pull things up by the roots. Now that was just an example and maybe a poor one, but I tried my best. It's kind of hard to think outside of a channel, but that's kind of what I'm getting. It's like these weird moments that you kind of equated that energy to and allowed that to kind of fester within you or become that negative look on self. Time to get rid of that. Is there anything else here? Time to give rather than take. And I feel like maybe you should start giving to yourself. Got more Virgo energy here too. I feel like now might be the time for you to give to yourself. And maybe even advice-wise. There are a lot of times where we can get others' advice, and I feel like it's very, very helpful. But in this particular situation, unless you're working with a therapist, then that help might be really, really helpful. But, some people always have, the people that love you may always have the best intentions, but maybe not the best ways of dealing with things. So I would say take time to yourself and kind of dig deep, give to yourself, pamper yourself, take that time to get your rest, feed yourself well. I feel like this is something that you need to really nurture yourself through, right? Confidence is your key to success. Yeah, you need to get that confidence back, put everything in the right place. Know that what you have to offer is enough. Not only is it enough, it's fantastic, and it's going to be absolutely perfect for the person it's meant to be perfect for, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Somebody coming in towards you in all of their beauty and all of their flaws, they're going to be just right. Hold your vision. Yeah, once you get that within yourself and you become very comfortable with the fact that you're worthy of everything just how you are, hold on to that. Keep that. Rewrite your past as far as how good you actually are, because I feel like that's what you need to do. Have faith in your dreams. Yeah, I feel like this might actually help you move forward more confidently in a lot of different areas of your life. Let's see, is there anything else? Anything else? Yeah, expect a powerful change. And I feel like that's what's going to happen from this. Expect a powerful change. A win-win outcome is forecasted. I feel like this is Libra energy. There's that beautiful balance. I feel like you're going to come into alignment with self. You know, a lot of times these situations, they happen for a reason. This person's rejection was to help you pull that thing up by the roots, whatever it was, so that way you could move forward into abundance. You could have faith in your hope and dreams, and you could chase those and create more in your life. It's like pulling out that little thing so that way those blocks move out of the way and you can have more. You can experience more. That's what that is. That's what that is. So sometimes it's all just for growth. Do I want this? No, I feel like I'm gonna hop in here. We'll save that one for another day. Oh, we have an M or a W. Is there anything else? Maybe a little more. Okay. God, these sleeves are driving me nuts. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, your initials, their initials, and any other messages that come through. I hear you're back. You are back. Oh, it's like I hear I'm back, and I'm like, it's like, I don't know, it's like restored self-esteem, or I also hear I'm back in the game. So what area? This could be work related. This could be romance. You're back to feeling more like yourself, and what I mean by that is, like, after situations, we never go back to being ourselves. We only just become more of ourselves. But I feel like that's what I'm saying. You feel comfortable like your old self, you know, finding your happiness again. I hear mate, so I don't know if it's a friend, depending on where you are in the world, or a significant other. Could be for others, so could have something to do with that. You've got your friends all around you, or a good friend all around, you know, hanging out with you, or you have a lover coming in. Going to be a little different for everybody. I heard, by the way, and then I heard all I do is win. So, I hear FYI for your information. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I kind of want to say it's a cocky, confident attitude that's coming in today. But I feel like it's necessary. Just make sure that you take your humble with you too. You know, I feel like be confident in yourself, but there is a line. So try not to cross over into arrogance. Try to stay within confident. I feel like it's easier to digest, right? It's a little more polite, right? And I hear I deserve to feel good about myself. And I feel like you do. Absolutely you do. But I feel like Spirit is kind of almost advising you against the arrogance. Just try to stay within the realm of confidence. Okay? Like I said, it's easier digested. I mean, sometimes you want to watch the world burn. I get it. But I feel like the way you're trying to maneuver at this time, it would be more helpful to you to stay within the realm of confidence. Okay, we get there in the end. All right. All right, what do we have? All right, what do we have for this collective? All right, quite a bit. We've got Spirit on deck. Yeah. All right, we've got Spirit on deck. This is with toxic love situations. I'm being drawn back to the cards in that one reading. I do feel like Spirit is helping you through. Spirit is on deck. You would say even in our hardest of times, and I'd say especially in your hardest of times, but they do remain quiet. You know, when it's time for us to learn our lessons or to show that we've learned our lessons, Spirit is suspiciously quiet. That's just the way they do things. They want to see if you're learning the lessons. They want to make sure you're focused on those. Are they helping you to maneuver the situations? Yes, but quietly, right? So do know that Spirit is with you when you are going through your most difficult situations. You can still call on protection, call on assistance. If you feel like you still need that extra, pull it in for yourself, right? Oh, wow. We're back again with that white stag. There is significant movement forward when it comes to, you know, there might be a huge wave of souls stepping onto the ascension path. I do feel that way. This has been coming up pretty much every day. And when I say I mean, this is a huge thing and I really shake these up even after I put the charms back. I am so surprised to see this come out again. I feel like this is the third day or the fourth day in a row that this ascension, this stepping onto the path energy is being brought back up. You know, I feel like Spirit is almost saying this could kind of run in the family. And I also do hear something about healing family curses or the buck stops here type of energy when it comes to past energetics. It's like you're not passing those on to your children, or it stops here with you. You're healing the family line. And I do feel like there's so much more knowledge about spirituality and the path now than there ever was. When I was younger, it was really hard to find information. I kind of had to muddle through everything to try and find my way. Now the information is readily available, although you do have to sift through it and pick out what is real for you and what isn't. And what I mean by that is everybody's path is different. Everything, you know, like what works for someone else is not going to work for you. Your path is different. It's designed to be that way, right? But I'm feeling like there's a lot more to sift through. So maybe it's just as bad, right? But I kind of feel like that's the energy. It's like I want to heal. It's like I don't want to carry that same energy. It's like if my mother let's just say my mother carried energy where she allowed some type of bad behavior from a significant other, and I grew up seeing that, I would in turn, for the most part, I feel like that's how these cycles begin. It's a state of allowance. That's what I've seen, so that's what I understand, so that's what I allow. I feel like in this case, I see it very clearly that this is not what I would want for myself. And someday when I have children, I don't want them to see that or think that this is okay. So I change my future. I change my here and now. I see that this is something that needs to be healed, and I don't pass that negativity down. I change that. It stops here with me. And I feel like this is something, now it doesn't have to be that way, but it could be in any area of life. I settle for this behavior, or I allow this behavior because that's just the way it's always been. Women can't do this, or men can't do that. And so, you know, you're meant to come in and be that agent of change on your family line. I feel like you may be coming online to make that happen. Okay, I need a sip. Hold on one second. Again, I see, oh wow. Okay, I hear the flowers go together. All right. We have love, romance, growth, and we have the fall, or summer, late summer into fall. I have been getting that romance is coming in. There is a significant wave of people coming into unions and higher level soul unions. I'm talking people who have a depth of emotion. This is coming in for you. I feel like if this is for you, you'll know it. You'll feel it. You'll be like, yes, I know I'm on board with this. This is for me. I feel like you've got it coming in. Spirit just keeps saying, prepare yourself. And the way they want you to do that is just keep doing what you're doing. Stay in your power. Keep working on the self. Keep growing. Keep expanding. And this person is just up ahead. And I mean just up ahead. If you shield your eyes, you could probably see them, or at least the outline of them. I'm kind of seeing that where it's like you see someone on the horizon and it's like, it's warm. It almost looked like the desert. So it's like the hottest days in August heading towards the fall. That's when this person is coming in. There's going to be a significant amount of growth. And from there through, I would say from harvest through, I want to say there through December is going to be a significant amount of growth. And it might be a honeymoon period between you and this person. I feel like a significant amount of growth and solidifying the connection. It's a very powerful connection. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, I love it. Okay, I love this. Oh, I love it. Okay. I am talking to someone who is getting serious on their path. They're walking towards their purpose. Spirit wants to remind you, this is the Joker. Don't forget to have fun. You can be serious and still have a good time. You can laugh at your mistakes or learn to laugh at your mistakes. It's okay to make a mistake. We all do. But I feel like the sooner you start, it's like having a little bit of fun. It's like all work and no play is not what Spirit wants for you. Yes, they want you to be indulging in your forward movement and your path and your purpose, and all that stuff's very, very serious. It's big business. And you know that, you feel it. And that's why you want to be really responsible on this path. I love that for you. But I also love the fact that you need to have time out to have fun. Get out with friends, have new experiences, meet new people, date around. You can still do that, right? And I feel like the sooner you apply some fun and laughter into the mix, the forward movement is just going to take off like a shot. And I feel like I'm seeing somebody slap the back of the horse again, and that horse is just off and running. It's like that wild ride. And I feel like that's what's coming up for you. You're going to start having a little bit more fun, or someone is coming in to bring fun onto your path, showing you what it's like to be able to balance all of these things out. It's like having a healthy way to deal with, or to not deal with, but maneuver. You have to bring that happy back on the path. Okay, that is what I have for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Okay,